So, what's really the secret to success? I mean, is it all about raw individual determination, or is it about the power of working together as a team? Today, we're going to unpack this huge debate that's happening everywhere from schools to boardrooms to figure out what really makes the difference. Think about it for a second. When it comes to reaching your goals, in school, at your job, really anywhere in life, what's that one key ingredient? Well, it turns out there are two very different answers that are kind of battling it out for the top spot, and people are pretty passionate about both. So, on one side, you have the whole philosophy of individual grit, the power of one. And on the other side, you've got the strength of the team group work. Now, these aren't just buzzwords, okay? They represent two totally different ways of looking at the world, and figuring them out is, well, it's pretty key. All right, first up, let's dive into the idea that puts you, the individual, right in the driver's seat. We're talking about the power of grit. This is the philosophy that says the biggest challenges are always conquered from the inside out. So, what even is grit? Well, it's that fire inside you, right? That personal resilience that just keeps you pushing forward when things get really tough. Think about that student who bombs a test, but instead of quitting, they decide to study an extra hour every single night. Or, the entrepreneur whose first big idea is a total flop, but they're already sketching out the next one the very next day. It's all about staying motivated, staying organized, even when you get knocked down. Basically, it's about not giving up. The core belief here is pretty simple. Success starts and ends with you. It's 100% about taking personal responsibility. The whole thing is that if you can just build up enough of that inner strength, there's literally no problem you can't figure out on your own eventually. It's a really powerful, self-reliant way of looking at things. Okay, now let's completely flip the script and look at a totally different approach. This philosophy isn't about looking inside yourself for strength. Nope. It's about finding it by looking outward, by connecting with other people. This is the case for the strength you find in group work. So the group work philosophy sees success in a completely different way. It says that in this super connected world we live in, it's not really about individual toughness. It's about social intelligence. The idea is that your ability to build relationships, to really work well as part of a team, that's the most critical skill you could possibly have. And this quote it nails it, doesn't it? Connection is the true key. For people who believe in this, it's not about what you can do by yourself. It's all about what we can accomplish together. They believe that connection isn't just some nice little bonus, it's the fundamental thing that unlocks our best work. And here's the argument. The world today is it's incredibly complex. The biggest challenges we face in business and science, you name it, they're just too big for any single person to solve. So the idea is that when we learn to work as a team, we're not just doing some classroom exercise, we're actually preparing for the real world, a world that absolutely demands we work together. Okay, so we've got these two powerful, competing ideas, right? Individual grit versus team connection. And it really feels like you have to pick a side. But, and this is the really cool part, despite all their differences, there's one crucial thing that both camps completely agree on. This is where they meet in the middle. And here it is. It actually doesn't matter if you're a diehard believer in grit or a champion for group work. Experts from both sides say the journey to a successful year starts in the exact same place, with self-reflection. It's all about taking a beat, taking a purposeful moment to just think before you jump into action. So the most important first step isn't to go out and declare yourself team grit or team group work. No. It's just to be reflective. It's to think about your own strengths, your goals, and which approach, or more likely, which unique blend of both, is going to work for you. So we've looked at the power of individual grit and the strength that comes from working in a group, and we found that surprising bit of common ground they both stand on. But now, the question really turns to you. As you think about your own path forward, what's in your secret sauce? The answer to that question just might be the most important thing you figure out all year.